I've been playing Valorant since the beta. I've seen the toxic jet mains, the screaming kids, and the pros who can tap you from across the map before you even see their shoulder. But nothing, absolutely nothing, prepared me for a match I had last Tuesday at 3 a.m. If you're watching this, you've probably solo queued into some weird lobbies, but I can almost guarantee you've never experienced anything like this. This wasn't just a weird game, it was the moment I almost uninstalled Valorant for good. It was a standard game on Ascent. I was playing Omen, feeling pretty good after a win streak. The lobby seemed normal at first. No one was talking during Agent Select, which usually means it's going to be a quiet, focused game. We get into the first round, and our Sova, we'll call him Subject Zero, finally keys his mic. But he didn't give a call out. He didn't ask for a bye. He didn't even say hello. He just whispered, "The blue curtains look better when they're closed, don't they?" I froze. My hands actually left my mouse for a second. I live in an apartment with very specific bright blue curtains. I looked over at my window and they were wide open, letting the streetlights leak in. I laughed it off, thinking, okay, blue is a common color. It's just a weird, creepy coincidence. I typed a question mark in team chat, but he didn't respond. He just played perfectly. I'm talking 100% headshot accuracy, hitting every recon bolt like he had a literal script for the map. By round 5, the vibe in the lobby was dead. My other teammates were starting to notice something was off. Our Jet finally asked Sova if he was a smurf. Sova didn't answer the question. Instead, he said, "You should probably check your front door, Jet. The UberEats guy is confused about your gate code." 5 seconds later, Jet goes AFK. When he comes back 2 minutes later, his voice is shaking. He says, "Dude, how did you know my food was here? I didn't even have my phone near the mic, and I didn't say a word about ordering anything." Sova just replied with 4 words, "I can hear the hunger." At this point, I'm getting that cold feeling in my stomach. You know the one, where the hair on your arm stands up? I tried to tell myself it was a prank. Maybe they were friends. Maybe they were trolling me. But the Jet sounded genuinely terrified. He wasn't in on the joke. The score was 10-2. We were destroying the other team, but it didn't feel like a win. It felt like we were trapped in a room with a predator. In the final round of the first half, Sova stopped moving. He stood in the middle of mid-link, staring at a wall while the rest of us pushed the site. The enemy team pushed B. We were all rotating, but Sova stayed there, motionless. He keyed his mic one last time. He didn't talk to Jet this time. He talked directly to me.
"It's a shame about the coffee, Omen,"
he said.
"You shouldn't drink it that cold. It's bad for your heart."
I looked down at my desk. I had a cup of iced coffee that had been sitting there for 3 hours. I hadn't taken a single sip since the match started. I hadn't moved it, and I definitely hadn't mentioned it. My heart started thumping against my ribs. I looked at the scoreboard to report him, to find his Riot ID, to do anything, but his name was just a blank gray bar. No numbers, no letters, nothing. I didn't finish the game. I didn't care about the RR or the Q penalty. I Alt F4'd so fast I nearly broke my keyboard. I sat there in the dark for a while, just listening to the silence of my apartment. Every creak of the floorboards felt like someone was standing right behind my chair. The next morning, I logged back in to see if I could find the match in my history. I wanted to see that blank name again. I wanted proof that I wasn't losing my mind. But the match was gone. My match history showed the win before that game and the loss after I quit, but the game on Ascent? It didn't exist. It was like those 40 minutes had been scrubbed from the servers entirely. I still play Valorant, but I never play after midnight anymore. And every time I sit down to grind, I make sure my curtains are shut tight. So next time you're solo queuing in the middle of the night and someone gives a call out that feels a little too personal, do yourself a favor. Don't finish the round. Just leave. Because you never know who's really on the other side of that mic. What's the weirdest thing a stranger has ever said to you in a lobby? Let me know in the comments. I really hope I'm not the only one this has happened to.
لكنت بصيبك لو الله تتعب لك روح على اليمين شوي.
بس الله تعالى.
فداك خلاص خلاص بس دروب انت ابراهيم خلاص شو بدك معلك تضرب ان شاء الله تضربهم تضرب العالم بس تضربهم. اما ضل الارض ما حطوه علي يا زلمه.
ايه شيء